Hello and welcome back to some more You Don't Know Jack, the rewrite. My name is WWDadmin. You already know that. Next episode, let's go. If you were offered a trip to an uncharted planet, would you go? No?
Oh, how nice of you to join me. Welcome to the re-ride. There's just one of you, Don't worry. There's just one of me, too.
Yeah, that's fine.
Are you new to the re-ride?
No.
Excellent, thank you. That makes all our jobs so much easier. As a reminder, here are your buzzers. I am required to inform you that this is a non-profit fan project in no way associated with Jackbox Games.
We know.
And now, please enjoy the re-ride. Perhaps we will meet at the bottom.
Yeah, if we ever get there.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide. This episode of The Rewrite is sponsored by The Dark Void. Once you enter it, there is no turning back. And here's your host, the man who brought sexy back, Conan Blankenberg.
So is this a space one?
Ride. I hope we're not interrupting any naps or anything. I hear they're working on getting humans back on the moon. What a bunch of idiots, right? Walking around where very few people have ever walked before and having the unforgettable experience of their lifetimes when they could just as well have watched the 5th rerun of House MD on Netflix. Yeah, you sure do know how to live the life. All right, if you don't know, just give me your best guess.
The unknown.
Pick a value that looks good to you, and then we can keep going. And the next question we're dealing with is called Factor or Fictioner. You know how sometimes when there's something there, but people can't really agree on what, except that there's definitely something there, they call that something the X factor? Well, mathematically speaking, what is the X factor? Something X is divisible by, something X is multipliable by, something X is taken to the power of, or the X root of something.
Something X is divisible by?
In math, a factor is a number that another number is cleanly divisible by. Of course, the X Factor is also the name of a talent show, and speaking of mathematics, here is my empirical proof that talent shows are all terrible. Step 1. Watch one!
Where you're right, you're right.
Darker than the darkest ratings. Hey now, don't go sticking your arms and legs out. At least not if you want to keep them. Let's ride. Based on the hours of sunlight their cities experienced during a 24-hour period, which of these crime dramas would keep their detectives in the dark the longest? Hawaii Five-0 in January, Navy CIS Hanoi in April, CSI Sydney in July, or Law & Order Reykjavik in October?
Reykjavik in October?
Objection! During July, Sydney gets up to 11 hours of darkness because July is in the middle of the Southern Hemisphere winter.
Yeah, of course.
Unfortunately, the show had to be cancelled after every
But
single cast
I didn't think that Sydney was far enough south for that to outweigh...
Oh, Australia.
Like, very far north in...
Okie dokie, it's value time.
Oh, well,
nope,
doesn't matter.
What we're dealing with. Horror, I hardly monster. The genre of horror is quintessentially about the fear of the unknown. What we don't know can often make us very, very afraid, but I'm tired of this. I don't want to be afraid anymore. Which part of my brain should I let a zombie eat if I never wanted to be afraid of the unknown again? The front bit, the bit at the top, the bit at the bottom, or the back bit?
I'm pretty sure at the front?
No.
Bottom?
Next time, try this one. Fear is controlled by the amygdala, and the amygdala is just above the brainstem, so the bit at the bottom. Now I only have to find a zombie, but I'm so afraid of zombies. Damn it, I knew there was an issue with my plan. Alright, nothing to cry over, nothing to phone home about. Here's your category. All
What?
right, this one's a fill in the blank, so when you know the answer, buzz in and
Great.
start typing. Now, speaking of horror and the fear of the unknown, we'd be remiss not to mention the progenitor of psychological horror, Mr. Lovecraft. What's the name of the H.P. Lovecraft monster that makes you go more and more insane the more you know about it? And
Cthulhu?
remember, spelling counts. Here's your time.
Cthulhu?
Cthulhu Fhtagn. So the more you know about Cthulhu, the crazier you get, but the less you know about H.P. Lovecraft, the easier it is to enjoy his works. Trust me.
I know nothing about the man himself. Oh, bingo.
If there are things that you don't know, use science with your brain. Oh, B-R-A-I-N, 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 until you go insane. Oh.
Welcome to Brain. Keep in mind, to win money, you have to buzz in when the first letter of the correct answer lights up. And if you pick up all 5 letters, you win the bonus. Okay, enough jibber jabber, let's do this. Knowledge is power, quoth Francis Blank.
Baker?
Quoth Francis Bacon.
Bacon. Bacon?
You can't prove a blank.
Negative.
You can't prove a negative. We'll never know either way type of atheism.
Agnosticism.
Out there, or isn't, I guess. The inventor of the scientific method.
Huh? Who did invent that? Aristotle. Oh.
New Mexico town famous for its UFO lore.
Roswell?
Oh, Roswell. What scientists do to find out new stuff?
Research. Oh.
A mirage or a trick?
Huh? Oh.
To continue life in a different body after death.
Reincarnation.
Reincarnation. Nerve cells your brain is made of.
Neurons?
Neurons. Default assumption or blank hypothesis.
Just a guess. I have no idea. Null. Oh. Null.
It's bliss.
Ignorance.
Ignorance. Brain. Congrats, you win the bonus. Quick look at your current score in case you need more numbers in your life. Got enough? Yeah.
I didn't need more numbers in my life.
Come on. Introducing. Title drop. It's a universal truth that everyone, I and you, don't know Jack. Specifically, Jack the Ripper. So I thought I'd look for a biography on him and see what I can learn. Let's see. Oh. Whoa, whoops. It looks like I accidentally picked out the biography of Jack the Rapier. What could I presumably learn about him? How he cunningly traded stock options in 19th century England, how he masterfully outplayed his enemies in a British card game, how he skillfully juggled up to 9 objects to an amazed English crowd, or how he cleverly cornered the fish market of Victorian London.
I have absolutely no idea what a rapier is, but...
Gonna have to dock you for this one. A rapier, or actually pronounced ripper, just like the actual ripper, is a fish peddler. He who peddles fish. Well, I guess we'll still find lots and lots about guts in this one. I don't know why I'm... jeez. I have to talk to my therapist. Hit your buzzer when you're good about... Cool. And now it's time for a little question I like to call... The answer is, I don't know. Ever want to answer a question with I don't know and still get money for it? Well, here's your chance. Where was the very first website created? Not a clue, can't discern, indeterminate, or go ask your mom.
CERN.
Well, there you go.
CERN invented the
very first
internet.
entry in the World Wide Web was made by the European Organization for Nuclear Research, also known as CERN. Disappointingly, there were no cat pictures or chain letters on it, but
Yeah.
at least there's no ads. Value. Smorf Grapple, Snoop and Doogie, Wagon Swinger. Uh-huh. Okay, well, it certainly looks like we'll be playing Oh boy, yup.
At least
there
it's
it
not
is.
another
It's time
anagram.
for gibberish. Woohoo! Let's take a look at the actual gibberish category for this question then. Sir Galahad's Fire Mixtape. Remember, that cash
Oof.
is gonna drop fast, so if you want to win big, you gotta be quick. Alright then, listen up and tell me what quote this rhymes with. Big Sir minces dis. And don't mind that full stop. First clue, it's a proverb about not knowing. And about how good it feels to be clueless.
Oh, we had that already.
Ignorance is bliss, and if ignorance is bliss,
I didn't
then
think
this game
they'd
is
have
probably
that
the only thing
twice
keeping you from
in the
achieving
same,
true happiness right now.
episode.
Sorry about that. Come and get. Oof! Ouch! Howie, here's your category. Is this bliss? And this is my question to you. If ignorance is bliss, then what is ignorance not? A WWE wrestler, a Powerpuff Girl, a Nelly Furtado song, or an Australian game show?
I don't know about the Powerpuff
Well,
Girls,
Bliss
but
is indeed the fourth Powerpuff Girl in the 2016 reboot of the show. Fits in perfectly too.
I
Bubbles,
know that
Blossom, Buttercup and Bliss.
A is not
shoehorned
correct
at all.
because Alexa Bliss.
There's no Aussie game show called Bliss.
Fuck if I know.
There once was an Aussie game show called Bliss, but unfortunately it had to be cancelled after every single cast and crew member was bitten by a deadly poisonous spider, snake, bee, butterfly, and or pillowcase. Get it? It's the same joke as before. Because Australia, who in their right mind would want to live there?
Good question.
Okay,
Next question.
Pucker up for. We are all so utterly clueless. The more I think about all the things that we don't know, it just makes me feel so naive, so insignificant. What we know is just a tiny, teensy fraction of reality, and there's just so much out there. It's times like this where I have to seek refuge in the small certainties in life, however non-numerous they may be. So, what is one thing that we definitely do know for sure? Why we sleep, how a Tylenol works, where the stone for the pyramids came from, or none of the above.
I don't think we know either of
Well,
those.
duh. If I ask a question like that, obviously the answer is going to be none of the above, right? Well, no, wrong. I'm serious. I need something. I need assurance. I need security. Also, you fell for our trap.
Do we know where the
answer,
pyramid
show
stone
yourself.
came from? Yeah.
Well, I
good.
guess you don't have a clue after all, but that's just because you're you and dumb.
Fuck if I know. I'm no Egyptologist.
I always knew you'd make it here. Commit this clue to memory. Shh, it's a secret. Can
Is
I
it?
tell you a secret, or do you already know them all?
Protects the U.S. President, Secret Service. Victoria's Secret. Secret. Chamber of Secrets. Secret Santa. Open. Yeah, Open Secret. Secretary, which has nothing to do with secret. To secrete. Also nothing to do with secrets.
Hell of a job on that last one. Let's see where that leaves your final score. Whoop-dee-doo.
22007.
Because no one else is here to do it.
Good score. Anyway. So much for that one. I will see you for the next one in the next video next week. Till then, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more. My name is WW Dadman. Bye.